That's just great. This got towed home. Yay me. Welcome to hot rodding. Clean her up. Motor that should have been a boat anchor. Hey, welcome back to Irish Outlaw Garage. We are going to continue working on our 76 C10, or the She-10 we call Lil Joe, and Amber named it after her dad because her dad had a truck exactly like this. That's the reason she wanted it. That's the reason I got it for her. More trouble in my bank. We're going to start working on everything we need. We got the caliper sitting at O'Reilly's. I know these are bad. I've already checked. I've tried to get fluid through them. Got new hoses. May have to do some new lines. I don't know. So let's get out here where it's freezing ass cold again. You guessed it. It's really cold, except it's not snowing or icy. It's just wet and marshy out there. So I couldn't take the 10 out from underneath the truck just yet because, well, I don't want to be wallowing around on the mud that's on top of my rock, asphalt, and concrete. So I got to get the air tools out because they're stuck. Let's get at it. What? Really? I gotta go get a bigger. Need a bigger socket, which is amazing. That's a 7/8. Wow. Okay. Yep. Silver socket, because I don't want to dig out my other ones. What the? Is it fattened? Uh-oh. We may have to ruin a socket. I think we're going to have to ruin a socket. Because those are... Oh boy. That's great. Here we go. Oh, hell's bells. Now, we'll just ruin the silver. Oh, wait a minute. Is it coming off? Oh. There we go. Come off there. This damn cover. Might be able to get her now. Oh, that sucks. Put some more thread back on there. Yeah, GM's wonderful idea of beauty. Yeah. Dumb. May have to that's why it's nice to have junk silver sockets. Get it off there. Come on. Well, there's another one. That's whatever. Lovely weather we're having. Don't get on there. Ooh, hot. Yeah. Well, hopefully them threads will be alright. Oh, there is nothing left of those pads. Rotors seem okay. Everything's tight. That's amazing. Well, we got new hoses right here. Got new calipers sitting there waiting, and we're going to need new brakes. Those are shot. Rotors look surprisingly good. I'll just clean them up. Ball joints always seem good. Everything seems tight. So we ain't got to worry there. We'll change these sooner or later. The shocks, you know, I'm sure they're shot, but everything looks good. I mean, just as at a glance, seems to roll good. Don't hear no bearing noise. Hear this noise, but I'll take care of that. That's not a big deal. But I want to get those and go grab them because the weather is shit, and I'm afraid it's going to rain on me. For some reason, I just have this feeling it's going to rain. So we'll get this off. We'll go ahead and get this hose off. Probably cut it, because I did spray them down, but I'll probably just cut this sucker and twist it off, you know, with a wrench on the inside and twist it off on the outside here. Let's try to get this off here. So I think our lines are good. As much as I normally change them, that's got fluid. This has fluid, but I couldn't get it to come out. So yeah, that's all coming out of the caliper. The caliper is not allowing the piston to push. So yep, so we're just gonna take that caliper off, and before we go trying to brake and have to redo a bunch of lines underneath the engine, we'll see if this just works. I have them, so it's not a big deal. Use what you have. There's your pin, right, that goes. Well, the other one, it broke off. It's still in there. That's just great. That's great. That's great. I think I'm just gonna try to peel this off. I think it's gonna come out. It is. That's good. Oh yeah, come on. Come on, son of a bitch. Junk. Oh, we may have to cut that off. Well, it's right there. That's... if I can get them to come off of there. Come on. What is that? Well, that's something. Better hold on to that. I don't know what it is. Well, why? Just why? Hold on. God damn it. Get out of there. There we go. Whoops. Well. Son of a bitch, got it. There we go. Get out of there. Get out of there. Wonderful. Now that's stuck in there. Alright. Where you at? There you are. Right there. Well, that's a first. I have never had that happen before. Great. Hopefully we can get those. What is that now? Huh. Something's causing it to not go backwards. What now? Oh, there's that other bushing. I imagine that's not magnetic. Oh no, it is. Right there. Oh yeah. She good. Well, it came apart same way, but nothing broke. Those look fairly new, like it's happened before, but this damn hose is shot. I can tell by looking at that one is bad. So we're gonna have to change it. I'm just gonna cut it and then I'll just have to twist it off the line, because yeah, that's no good. So I'll have to get that changed out. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Wind's picking up, that's just great, so you'll be hearing a lot of that. I did get it off, went ahead and cut it here, and then I took a wrench and put it on the line on the inside of the frame. It's hard to show this on camera, guys, but I put a wrench on it, got it where it broke loose, where you know it ain't gonna spin on the line. It was not gonna spin. Now I just took my impact, ran it on here, and zipped her, and that whole thing came loose, and the line came out, didn't break nothing. And then I got the little coupler that goes on the back side of this. It come out nice and easy. But here's this line, and I'm just going to go ahead and change both of them. There's a pinhole left, okay? It's plugged. Good thing I got one. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other one off. Now I'm just going to run to O'Reilly's and grab what I need. Well, I got that one in. Look how easy that shit is draining out of there now. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's in. Should be ready to go. Starting to fog the camera up a little bit. See how that's dripping? Yeah. So she's good now. I'm gonna tackle that other one, then I need to go get my calipers. Okay, we're back. Got everything I need, I believe, except for the rear wheel cylinders, because there's like 5,000 different sizes. So this looks decent. I'm not going to worry about it. Oddly enough, calipers come with new pins. I didn't know that. I figured that would be extra. But this is the right one. I got the left one right here. Notice, yeah, whatever. But we got to get the brakes stuck together. You got this little clip on the double. Did I put any grease or squeaky stuff on? No, I didn't. Not going to either. Boom. And boom. I'm not going to put the hose on until it's, you know, on here. Alright, those are all hooked up, the lines are perfect, and this side is ready to bleed. I was pumping on it, didn't find anything leaking anywhere. I'm still a little concerned about back there. I might have a bad line somewhere along the line that I'm missing, but let me get these things bled out real quick and we'll get her set back on the ground. Alright, brakes are bled. Amber come out here and helped me. Bled perfect, everything works. Not sure about the rear, but it didn't lose any this time, so maybe it just didn't have any fluid. So I'm gonna put the wheels back on this thing and see if we can't move it. I'm really getting sick and tired of hearing this tin underneath me, so let me get the tires back on. So hey, I figured while it's in the air, let's get this thing started. We'll bleed this power steering, because I've never done that. And we need to get it up off the ground so there's no, you know, pressure on it. So it's a good one. filled. That's okay. That's easy to suck out. One thing I forgot to do is I need to tighten those motor mounts, and then I'm going to hook that wire up that goes to the fuel tank, and that's it for right now. We'll get it out here, maybe take it for a little cruise around the yard and see what it does. Huh? That's probably going to fall off, but let's see if she moves and stops. Then we got some more buttoning up to do. Alright, I got motor mounts all tight, everything. I still ain't done the wiring part, not worried about that yet. Notice you got a hose right here that's going up to the chassis, right there to the original gas line, the metal line. And then I took my boat tank and set her up here and run it. See, it's just gravity feeding, filling that sucker up as best as we can. And then we're going to try to suck some through there and see what it looks like. That way we can maybe use that tank. I think it's empty because I blew through it. It seemed to be fine. I didn't really smell anything either, so hopefully there ain't a hole across the top. That's all I'm saying. There it comes. We got gas. There it is. How clean are we? Oh wow. That's really clean. Okay. Let's not waste any more than we have to. So I'm going to use some of that line. I'm going to come out of the frame into this, loop it around. That way I got an extra filter before the pump, because we don't know what's in that tank. It could be really nasty. So let me get this buttoned up real quick and I'll get right back with you. Okay, that is in there perfectly. It'll rub on everything and probably leak, but I want that in there because I want to make sure that this thing is not got a bunch of junk in that tank. This is not staying here, guys. This is too short, so I'm gonna put a longer one on it. But let's start this thing up and see if some fuel starts coming through on that tank. We'll see what it looks like. Come on. All we need is a little bit. that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna change that master cylinder out. Definitely, I got one. There's second. There was second. Why do I gotta put all my junk right in the way? We got front brakes anyway. Boy, is it loud in here. Woo! Fuel gauge works. Woo-hoo-hoo! Son of a bitch! Whee! Sorry about the camera. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we're talking. Power steering works great. Brakes are coming in. Well, she shifts good. Don't worry about that. That was left over out of here that I had it pointing that way for some damn reason. But it didn't overheat. Did pretty good. She ain't getting that. We still got, you know, to button things up, but I'd say she runs and drives. Would that be fair? I think it'd be fair. I did, however, find my leak right there. That wheel cylinder is leaking like a sieve. So let's jack her up and get them off. Every single one of these caps is junk. already tell. Getting this off is going to be a freaking blast. Wow. Shoes is great. Wow. I don't see no leak. That's dry. So where's it leaking from? Because this all looks good. It's all free. Well, let me do some looking. See that fitting right there? Somebody replaced that line, but they didn't replace this one. It's leaking right there, okay? And it's leaking right up there where it actually hooks into the main line coming out. So I'm gonna have to replace this whole line. It already has a good union in it if I can get it loose. Otherwise I'm gonna have to make my own. But all right, let me get on that, I guess. And there we go. Just use the old union. I just happen to have a shortest piece that I had to loop once, but no bends, you know, no creases or anything. And I even put the hold downs back in it so those can rust away. Well, okay, let's fill them brakes up again. So it's the weirdest thing. I changed that rear line, put all that stuff in, and sitting here letting it, and it'll bleed to the line, just, you know, with gravity. I had Zeppy out here pumping on it. We couldn't get anything. I'm wondering if that master cylinder ain't junk. It might be, because I'm getting fluid, so I don't know. You'd think it would leak out one of the, you know, the wheel cylinders if they're bad, but I ain't even getting that. So I'm just gonna sit here and let gravity do its thing and see if it starts coming out. Other than that, there ain't much to see. This is the boring part. I like building engines. I hate doing brakes. Hate it. So maybe I'll get back with you. Might be next weekend. I don't know. Yep. Wheel cylinders are shot. They'll get fluid to them in, but they will not bleed. And as soon as I pulled out the little keeper, the brake pusher piston thing, as soon as I took that out, it just started spewing out of it. So I'm gonna go get some of these. It's getting late. We'll see. I may be able to get them. Maybe something I just put in and y'all know it got put in. Hey, welcome back. It's the next weekend. Why didn't I do anything during the week? Because I didn't get home till 9, 10 o'clock at night. That's just how it goes. If you'll notice, I've got many hoods open. Many. Let me show you what's going on. This video currently is about this truck, but I decided on a few things here recently, and well, here we go. 68 Pontiac ambulance here, we call Artemis. Power Tour. 74 AMC Javelin, we call Javy. We just want to drive it. Battery junk. Nice. Then, come over here. This look familiar? Yeah, that's a Mustang in a weird position, knocked over a bunch of old Halloween shit we get to throw away yet. This got towed home. Why? Because it chucked the belt and went nuclear, like pegged the needle. You know, kid didn't see it. So I towed it home, 130 bucks. Oh, it's just loose, right, Dad? We'll just put a couple bolts in it and tighten it right back up. Oh, no. 2 bolts broke off in the block. So, yay f***ing me. Anyway, let's get back to the truck. Yeah, before I forget, this right here, 68 Pontiac ambulance, it's Artemis. He is Amber's pride and joy and baby, and he has some problems. can't keep air in the tires, so we're going to fix that problem. Windshield wipers, we got all kinds of crap. Redoing my already redone old floor. And brake lines, we're going to redo the brake lines. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about that shit. So what's going on here? So I did not put a new master cylinder on here. I've taken it off a couple times. It seems to work, right? Well, and you got your proportioning valve down here, and I'm getting nothing to the rear brakes, a trickle. So I thought, well, that proportioning valve has to be bad, right? Right there is it goes to your switch that works in that proportioning valve. That way, whenever you lose brakes to the rear and the proportioner little one, the valve goes this way, this will come on, your brake light comes on, vice versa, and all that stuff. And I had lost my little thing that I used to have, so I ordered that. It was cheap on Amazon. And what you got here is your rear brake line. Got the ones that come from your master cylinder, and then you can't see them underneath here, but they go to the front. Two lines go to the front. There's a little button on the front of these if your front ones ever do go, and that sucker is in, and I know it because the front brakes work, but the rear brakes don't. So I thought, well, maybe that proportion valve in there slid to the back, and no, it is not. I put my little thing down in there. This just pops out. I'll show you maybe another time. I got it stuck in there now. I don't know why the hell I did that like that, but anyway, I thought I had it all set, and went back there, pumped the brakes, did everything I need, used a vacuum pump, did all that kind of, you know, voodoo bullshit. Nothing. This is full, so here in a minute I'm going to have Zeppy pump the brakes, and I'm going to see if I can't get something to come out of that. It still may be it is this. I don't know. Don't know. Diagnosing brakes. My favorite thing in the world. Well, I've done everything to this brake system I can except change the master cylinder. I'm getting pressure out of it, going to the proportioning valve. The proportioning valve is centered. The tool fit right in there. I even used a damn nail and got it in there and clicked it. It's not clicking. It's right where it needs to be. I even tried to reset it all the different ways you can. The only thing I can think of is that master cylinder is not putting enough pressure to run it through the line. That's all I got left. Either that, or I'm gonna have to try to get that proportion valve off, but I've never really ever had to change one other than the one on the Malibu, but that's because I need to change the whole line, and it was garbage. You couldn't get anything loose. It was all rusted to it. This is different. So I'm gonna run, grab me a goddamn master cylinder. I already had it. I brought it back because, you know, I'm an idiot. Should have just put it on to begin with. But I'm getting fluid back there, but it's not getting pressure. You can pump and pump and pump and pump, and that thing will never ever gain pressure in that first little bit. So that's not the only thing it can be. So I'll go get one. It's only money, right? Come on. I have decided I'm going to use the original gauges in this. I'm going to eat out this header right here so I can get the temperature sender down in there. The line. See, there's no fluid coming out of this side. I know you can't see it, but whatever. Just trust me. That motherfucker. Lead master cylinder. I love brakes. Brakes are the greatest thing to work on. Next to wiring. I actually like wiring. I like playing around. Hopefully I got enough brake fluid because I didn't grab any. Well, 2,500 hours later, been through all the lines are clear, and it's that son of a bitch. I don't know what's going on. I did get this off. I had to heat and juice and heat, and I did everything possible, and then I ended up having to put a vice grips on that. Got it loose without breaking the line, thank God. Now I gotta get the rest of these off and pulp that out of there. I did order one. It won't be here till Monday. I'll be back to work, but I'm gonna see if I can't get this off
and then pop that sucker open. Matter of fact, I might just grab me a wrench, try to pop that while it's on here, but I'm going to get all the lines off of it first. It's hard to show this down in here. Mostly just imagine me cussing out every engineer known to man for putting this, that I could swap that thing around to a corner where I can't see it. But I actually don't think it's that. I think it's something in here. There's a blockage in here somewhere. I don't know what it is. I'll maybe just put this in and then punch it and see if it pops out. I don't know. Let me try some things.
Okay, it's out. A lot of cussing, but all the lines come out. Down inside here, there's a little slide plunger. That way if you lose brakes here, this goes back, only allows fluid to the front, that way you don't lose any, and vice versa. The front has this button. Now this thing was to the front, which makes no friggin' sense why it would have been that way and the button didn't pop out, unless it's, you know, bad, because this little button here, you should be able to push it and it's not working. So, and there's very little difference from where this bottoms out on that plunger if it's not in center and when it is center. It's like this thing should have been a little bit longer, but it seems to be working. So I'm gonna put this in. I'm just going in there with this little pick and I'm making that plunger as center. I'm gonna put this damn thing right back in there. Put this right back in there and see if we now can't get some fluid. I don't know. I did order a new one anyway, but now that I've had it out, this will be easy to get in and out. So I got a better idea. Come out pretty easy, actually. Better than some others that I've dealt with. But I don't think I'm gonna try to take that off there. I'm just gonna leave that lock in there until I'm for sure I got brakes. I'm gonna run blade clean and blow it all out, make sure she's clean, blow out that line. I've already unhooked it from my new section. And just try again, because without this, why do all the rest? I got other things I can be doing while I'm waiting on one of these. So let me stick her back in there real quick and we'll try it. I don't know. It's all back together. Got my holder in place, my little tool. Let's try again. Well, after cussing and throwing and moving on, I've tried everything. It loses pressure somewhere up here. My guess is this flare is just plain worn the hell out. The rest of the line looks great. I even dunked her in the pool and blew air through it, you know, see if I see any bubbles. Nothing. So my guess is we're gonna have to redo this and make it better. I'll just have to cut off an end here, try to straighten this as best I can. We'll put her back in line. But I think that's what's left of the problem. I think it was just a coalition of a whole bunch of shit at once, basically. So let me get out the end maker and we'll make us a new end on here. I think, oh yeah, we'll be able to bend that. It's good enough line that we should be able to bend it. I even got a new ends. I've got the new ends for these things. So let me go get my fancy tool. Put it up on the workbench. Beautiful. Hopefully that'll work better. All we can do is try, right? Oh, by the way, I did buy me a fancy brake line kit because I do a lot. I actually saw Dalton using one and I thought, you know what? It's time. I'm tired of the old crank, and half the time I get lazy and just do a regular flare, not a double flare. So yeah, we'll do it right from now on. A little safer. Well, it's all back together. Just kind of stretched it a little bit. Nothing major. So she's all hooked up except for down there, because I'm going to see if I can get some down there when Zeppy over here pushes on the pedal. So let's get her, bud. All right, bud, down, up,
down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What is going on? What in the f***? Hit it again. See, there's nothing impeding this at all. It is straight through, and this is held. This is Do I have a bad master cylinder? Ain't no way. Well, I've tried everything else that I could think of. There's nothing coming out of this. It's working. It bleeds up to here just like you would normally bleed your master cylinder. I took that other line out, I brought it out and just kind of made a makeshift line with new ends on it, and I know it's getting fluid, but for some reason it was not pumping. So new line. This is my last thing. I've wasted my whole day doing this, and I'm getting fluid to the back, but it will not bleed. The only thing left I can think is it's that line. I'm waiting for Zeppy. He's cleaning up his room right now, so, and then we're gonna try it again. That's all we can do. After that, I don't know. Welcome to hot rodding. Whole day wasted on the brakes on this. You'd have thought this had been the hard part. Nope, brakes. So we got it figured out. It ain't gonna bleed because, well, new master cylinder, straight garbage, brand new, off the shelf junk. You and your Chinese parts. What? Again, I'm persistent and I will not give up. That master cylinder, that brake vest, whatever from O'Reilly's, is junk. I did have a new one ordered for me, but I couldn't take it. I put the old master cylinder back on, and me and Zeppelin just worked our asses off and got brakes. Got brakes all the way around. No air, tight pedal. We're good to go. I'm done. I really need to put that other line on there, you know, back on there, the original line, but no, I'm done. Not now. I'm done. I mean, look at my hair, it's falling out. I've had it. So brakes are bled. Now I got to do everything else. This brakes took longer than putting the motor in. Thanks, brake vest. Thanks. Anyway, on to exhaust, I guess. I don't know if it'll be tonight or tomorrow or whatever, but I'm already sick of working on it today. So, yeah. Real life, we're done. Just for fun, I wanted to hear it run, you know. She's a padiddle. We got no wires on anything, but did put pipes. Part of the exhaust under there, you can't see them, it's dark, but wish they come up a little more. They don't. I have to work on that. But got tail lights. Kind of dash lights. Typical. Barely see them. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. These brakes, they whooped my ass. I mean, I got some stuff I gotta do tomorrow. I need to get that Mustang done for Skyler, although he ain't here to help, so I guess it can just sit there as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. This might be a wait till next weekend type thing. We'll see. I might see you tomorrow. Chances are I'll probably see you tomorrow. Who are we kidding? Welcome back. It's next day. A few things I'm going to do to this thing before I give up. I'm not going to give up. But I got other things I need to be doing. I can't be doing this. That's the way life is.
you know, this YouTube channel. We got regular life going around us while we're trying to do this. That's why it's taking me a little bit longer to put videos out. I apologize if you're wanting them quicker, but this is just how it is right now. So I got the exhaust stuff for this. I'm gonna get that on there. I need to get those brake adjusters off the rear real quick, get them straightened out and lubed and put back in and readjusted. As far as I'm concerned, the brakes are done for now. Then we just got to get the tires back on it, drop her to the ground, see if she'll move. Oh, I need to fix the plug wires too to make sure they ain't all over, but that may not be done today. And then I am going to hook up all the gauges in the truck. I'm not going to put a gauge set in this because this one has the good gauges in it. Hopefully they work and I don't go through all this trouble for them not to work. So let's get to the brake thing first. As suspected, they are rock solid. Try to break this loose with my big ass pliers. That's about the only thing I use this pliers for, is breaking these loose, seriously. Get this thing good and hot. Little blaster on it. And she's loose. There we go. She's all clean towards the bottom. So I'm gonna put this on my bench whirler and clean her up. I'm going to use grease on this. Why? Because every time I've used some kind of anti-seize, the brake dust gets in there and it creates like a mud. I don't know. I use grease. Like that. I'll put that one back in there and I'll do the same thing to the other one. If I have trouble, I'll let you know, but I doubt it. They look pretty good. Roll good. Pin's good. I'm just going to stick them back in there, adjust it up, get the other one done. We'll get on that exhaust. Well, my exhaust idea is not going to work, okay? And here's why. No matter what I do, I can't find something that will bend up. And I don't have any S, you know, something that comes up this way and goes, because that would work. That would be fine if I had an S that went up, but I don't. So for now, I'm probably just going to throw my mufflers on the end of here with some turn downs. Maybe, I don't know, I probably don't even need to throw a hanger on it for right now, but probably going to have to take this to somebody, have exhaust put on it, because I don't want it hanging, I want it up underneath. So I may think of something else, but for now I think I'm just going to hang my mufflers that I got. Just put them right there with a turn down or two, just so we can drive it around here, move it, and it ain't pissing off the neighbors, you know, every time we want to move it. Can't go far anyway, because let me show you why we're not going for a drive, and I've had trouble finding rims and tires for this. So yeah, see, that's just a tow job. That's a towing bill ready to happen. And this rim is fine, but the other four, the original four to this truck, they're junk, okay? I have a set of long glass packs, cherry bombs, and I just saw these and I thought, those remind me of the old school orange peelers. Do you older folks like, you know, like me, that were born back in the 1900s, like the 1700s, you remember orange peelers? That's what they remind me of. So I'm going to throw these on real quick. I'll get it all tidied up and I'll show you the end result. Well, she's all back together-ish. I just kind of put it back together with zip ties, and I got to figure this part out yet. All the wires are out of the way. I don't have time to mess with that today. I got other things to do. But everything back together. Even put all the bolts in to hold all the lines. Put some fuel in it. Let's see what she sounds like.
That sounds just like orange peelers, man. That's awesome. She's a little out of sorts yet. That was a cold start, by the way. No choke, no nothing. What an engine. Still got to get a power steering pump belt that fits. I've got a lot of stuff I got to get for this truck yet, guys. A lot. Because it was missing a lot. So we can't go far. We're just going to drive it around back here a little bit just to make sure it runs. Got my partner in crime right there. He wants to take a little ride in it because he was gone when I got it running last time. So we're going to hop in here and just drive to the back. Just have a little bit of fun with it. And then we're going to park it and I got to get to other things. So never fear. This truck will definitely be back. So let's take it for a drive. Oh. She move? Does she stop? She does.
It's rough.
That took all day. I do not have power brakes hooked up yet. That's the only thing I didn't do, but as long as it stops, that's all that matters. But we're rolling. Might need shocks.
Yeah.
Kind of bouncy.
It's a little rough.
Oh, I got a door open. There we go.
It's a little rough.
I think Mom's gonna like driving this thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. Third gear.
Yay, the transmission worked.
Sucks I couldn't find tires in time. If I'd have found tires in time, we'd take it for a drive, but I'm not driving it on that tire. You hear a little bit of a miss, but I think that'll come out of it.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we smoking.
We got something. So, she blew out the old dipstick. Not exactly sure what that's about, but just enough to, you know, get on the header and cause some smoke. That scared the poopy out of both of us, didn't it?
When we try to do stuff like this always happens. Just to be clear.
Not a bad old truck. Turns out I must have just had an air bubble in it because now she's getting low on trans fluid.
Here we go. Jeez! No, she's not posse track.
So hey,
Not bad for an old truck that was supposed to be in the junker or parted out, and a motor that should have been a boat anchor. Yeah, she's one wheel peel though. Just like everything else I have. Can't have a goddamn Pontiac to save my life. But this old C10, they were work trucks back then. They weren't for performance. But this isn't the end for this. It's just, I needed to stop dealing with this to deal with some other stuff in my arsenal of vehicles. I got broken down, and I've got two. Not one, not chevy. I have the Pontiac ambulance of Ambers that we call Artemis, and I got Blanche. That would be Zeppy's car. They're headed to Power Tour this year. Make sure if you're going to come out, if we come near your town, look up the schedule. It's all around kind of the south into the Midwest into Indianapolis. Come say hi. Come see the cars. You're welcome to come check them out. I'm sure Zeppy and Amber would be proud to let you look at their cars. Yeah. 8 years old, will be 9 by then. That is his car. He has claimed it. It's his. So anyway, that's going to do it for right now on this 1976 Chevy Cheyenne. Lots more to come, guys. It's not over. So take care of yourselves. And special thanks to Super Clean for helping us out with all of our cleaning supplies. And thanks a lot to Strikehold. A lot of what this engine relied on was that Strikehold to clean everything up. Because it was cold, I couldn't use the pressure washer on the whole motor, and it did its job. It's a great product. Make sure you check them out. Go to strikehold.com. Use Irish10 on the promo code. Get free shipping. But that's all I got. Do you got anything else?
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure to like. See, I don't have to tell him anymore. He reminded me. Like, subscribe, share, cuss, discuss. Whichever, whatever, people. We'll see you.